What's up YouTube, TheFlamingSpade here, back again with my Phoenix Wright Let's Play, and last time we got kinda stuck in the cross-examination of Angel Star. But I guess I'm just gonna continue with just pressing her, trying to get some new information out of her, and then possibly see what happens. So, okay. Blah blah blah. Okay, ugly, twisted, blah blah blah. We already get it. You hate prosecutors. Okay, duly. It's duly noted. Haha, Edward is a gentleman. Anyways, blah blah blah. Erasing blah blah blah. That's right. Killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Right. Okay, dream job. And being laid off by those prosecutors over there. Okay, laid off. Was she fired? Worms, okay, we get it. You hate them. Blah blah blah. And flawless. Right, very well. You may continue, Mr. Okay, let's press her here. This boyfriend, he's the detective? Not that boyfriend, the security guard. Oh, that boyfriend, you have several? Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join? The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants. I'll stick with the lunch, thanks. Note to self, the judge had to think before replying. Haha. The security guard room is in the lot in A block. Okay. It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there. That would be the room with the security sign, of course. That makes sense. Incidentally, did you bring your lunch boxes by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in the B block. So she was in the B block when she witnessed the crime. And I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed detective instincts working. Really? You sensed something, so you're saying you had a premonition of the murder, yes. Felt like how what you say, oh yes. It's like the feeling you get, oh yeah. I think I already went through this. Blah blah blah. Bruce Goodman, he was a detective. Oh yes. Let's skip this. Ran through a wire fence. There's a car, Edward's car. Yes. What an odd case this is, yes. Okay, I'm certain it was her. Yes, we're doomed. Doom. Witness, in your testimony you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms, ergo. You are a biased witness. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Huh, rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. So I guess we just had to press her in everything. And now we can talk about random shit slash stuff. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. I guess I gotta keep that in mind just to press first on everything. As retarded as it may sound. But anyways. Okay. I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. Chewbacca? That was inspiring. I believe I've heard that the tagline elsewhere. Uh, you could cry black heroism? Yes, definitely. Oh, I may be related to lowly pose of lunch lady, but my instincts are owned. Oh, photograph. You took this? The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap, I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera. Right, I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck. Hehe, indeed. This is my first time I'm seeing this photograph. You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. Oh, my boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs. Well, this is most certainly the defendant. Cool. We got this photo. Well, that's awesome. Uh-oh, that is unmistakably Lana Sky. So, what was the defendant doing at the time? The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Let me just see. Crime photo. Holding a knife in her right hand. But at least you cannot see a knife in this photo. And last time I already went through so many options and I was struggling. So I'm guessing with this newly found evidence that we got just now, which we should have got much earlier, but she was being a dick. But now that we got it, I'm gonna present it here. It kind of contradicts what she is saying, cause you know, can't see a knife here, but she says she was holding a knife in her right hand. Objection! And I was right. And you witnessed this. You saw Miss Guy stab victim with the knife. As I've already said, yes. I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch. I'm sure that's a fine lunch. But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. This is the photograph you took on the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Guy not holding a knife? Epic music, but I'm feeling we're gonna get something unepic real soon when she replies. Ahem! The music is gone. There goes my momentum. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection? Let's be a little more careful with our evidence, shall we? It is you that needs to be more careful, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. Objection! How can you tell that? Blood splatter. See the dark crimson stain on the chief prosecutor's coat? It's a black and white photograph. Oh yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem except you. Mr. Wright, are you going to just sit there and take that kind of abuse? Or you got a better idea? Objection every time. Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took a picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Haha! Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. Well, correct your testimony at once. That's it? If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering a jumbo-sized lunch for the get-go. Oh, good advice. I'm not sure if I understood, but yeah, good advice. Okay. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Something random. Jackson! How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph. Well, are those gloves? Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? Because she's a lady? Boom. If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. Oi! Boom. Those gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. Yes, murder. A serious offense. Witness, add this to your testimony. Okay, now we got a new stuff here. The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. Well, let's press her here. Let's see. What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves? Like driving gloves? Oh. We're walking on thin ice. The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. Really? They were rubber gloves kind of used for autopsies. In other words, then the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene. She came to do the murder. It is the only possible conclusion one can make. Huh. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime. Murder. Oi! Impressive, I'm sorry. I'm sorry they took you off the force, mister. This is bad news bears. She got them thinking this was all planned. If she can prove this claim, then the trial is already over. I got to think of a way to show that this wasn't, yes, thought beforehand, yes. Okay, now we're back in the beginning. Blah blah blah. The murder was planned. Rubber gloves prove it. Well, do I have anything? Why don't we have those rubber gloves? Let's check this photo. Well, I guess she is like holding gloves. But the murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. Yes, memo. Blah. What do we have on the autopsy report? Okay, time of death, sometime between 4 and 5:30 p.m. Okay, a single stab wound was found. Let's see. Just a parking stop. You know? But when was the... yes, I really wonder when was the photo taken? But we don't really know the specific time, but it was apparently already... well... this... yeah. I'm wondering these following things. The murder happened sometime between 4 PM and 5:30. And Edward came there with his car at 5:12 PM. But you know, that is really not the thing that we need to prove now, but that is kind of a contradiction, you know? We should really find out what was the specific time of death, but we only know it was sometime between 4 and 5:30 PM. But then Edward came like 5:12, so you know that would mean that the time of death was actually 5:12 to 5:30 PM. So the gap between the possible time of murder was actually much smaller, which is something to keep in mind. But right now, the murder was planned, the rubber gloves prove it. I think we should present something else. So the murder happened like here. Edward came here at 5:12, and he immediately went to his office, and then like minutes after the murder happened here. And let's see. What is also really surprising, you know, if they were earlier talking that there was is this like a blood stain over here? Why isn't there more blood? You know, I'm sure if she would have stabbed the victim just once in stomach, you know, he could have, you know, wandered around. Yeah. He could have definitely wandered around. And that doesn't really make any sense, you know. If he was just stabbed once in the stomach, you know, that's why the time of death was sometime between 4 and 5. You know, he was, you know, stabbed, and then, you know, it took him a while to die, since, you know, it was only one single stab wound in the chest. In the chest. Yeah, so that is really weird, and there's no blood nowhere to be found. But what do I need to prove here in order to prove her wrong here? Like, I don't think I have to present the photo again. The knife, the rubber gloves prove it, and indeed there are no prints. But here we have the photo, which is like me. Let me see. Cause of death was loss of blood from chest wound. What if I would present the autopsy report here? I don't really know. It's just so confusing. The murder was planned, the rubber gloves prove it. Let me just see real quick what other stuff does she say. Okay, then through wire fence I saw the prosecutor. Okay. Okay, let me just... Indeed, and we can see the wire fence here. That checks, and you know, we already went through the shenanigans with this picture pretty much for now. So, it must be something with this final new sentence, of course. But what? The murder was planned, the rubber gloves prove it. Okay. Her backstory checks here. No prince. I don't think we need to present this here. And yeah. One knife wound. I'm gonna present this. Nope, it was wrong. My bad. Blah 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 blah. Well, I can take one penalty, I don't really care. Whoops. Okay. Rubber gloves prove it. What in the world do we have here? Right. The murder was planned. Rubber gloves prove it. What in the world here proves otherwise? Found in Edgeworth's toolbox. Traces of victim's blood. No prints. Seriously, nothing really. If I present this knife. Huh. Well, that was kind of random, but okay, we're gonna see how this relates to the thing. Okay, are you trying to test me? Idle lunch box. What? Box lunches. Lunch boxes. No, it's box lunches. Okay. There's a knife. The knife. Okay. Seriously, you know, this was a pretty, at least for me, you know, I guess, was it, how was it obvious for some people? I don't know. Like, everything checks. In the picture we can see she is wearing gloves. There is no fingerprints in the knife. Yet you have to present the knife because I really don't follow the game logic here. You know, of course this is the murder weapon. This was one of the first evidence that we got, so you know it kind of makes sense to present it now. But I don't really see the obvious logic here behind presenting this. But you know. Because, you know, everything that she has said so far is true. So, you know, I didn't really think that there would be a point to present this, but apparently there is a point. Indeed, it's my knife. What with this case? The bloody murder weapon, the red car, all belonging to the prosecutor there. The defendant is the chief prosecutor for the district. Mommy, are the prosecutors bad people? Dumb! Shut up! The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, Rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder. And that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon. Oh! This knife just happened to be in the trunk of the car? Boom! Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. Ha ha! Oi! What? Yes, indeed. The murder weapon was found in the trunk of the car in a toolbox. You know, I guess when you put it that way, but you know, still it was kind of a long shot. But yeah, this case is kind of difficult. You know, it is the final case in the game, and it is an extra case, so I guess they put a bit of difficulty into it. I like it. Great, now the tide is turning in our favor, or is it? Yes, great show. I don't think so. She's not good as free as he. Not yet. I believe the lunch, next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. Ka-ching! What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking the tide has turned. Not over such a What thrilling detail. Okay. And this shoots a hole in the whole theory thingy that it was planned. Bah! The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one... Okay, now she's gonna get back her momentum, right? The only one who seems to care is the lunch lady over there. The defendant Lana Sky murdered a detective with a knife. Ho ho! That is the only thing that the prosecutor needs. Prosecutor needs to prove, nothing else. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If she wasn't, why would she have been... What? Waiting? I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. And yeah, do not include your personal opinions this time. How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now. Okay, Angel's deduction. And this episode has gone for quite a bit now, so I think this is a good spot for a little semi-cliffhangery. And since we did get some new information out of her and we got further in the cross-examination, so next time when we come back we are going to cross-examine Angel's deduction and we're gonna see what she has to say, find more contradictions, and it's gonna be all around good times. I'm gonna have to see if this is gonna be more difficult than it was earlier. But anyways, I digress, and I will see you guys next time. So until then, this is the Flaming Spade signing out. Peace.